Here,
Oh,
there we go.
one more time. Can you guys raise your hands one more time for me? Thank you. And this is for Pat to become the new president. All right. The next position that we have is for treasurer. And Mary, I did see you on here. Where did you go?
Right here.
Oh, there you are. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself as well?
Well, I'm looking forward to the position. And again, I agree with Pat that this is a great thing to volunteer for. And I have a lot of experience in accounting, AR, AP. So I'm looking forward to the for the challenge.
And
And Jess, I will just say, as the current treasurer, I am so excited when I saw your bio, Mary. I was so excited because that you have the perfect background for this. And after 2 years of being in this role, I think you're going to be an awesome person to hand this over to.
Thank you.
And I just want to take a minute and thank Misty as well before we vote on Mary. But Misty, you've gone above and beyond as treasurer, helped us create some financial procedures, helped get us into a better bank situation. You take meticulous, detailed notes of every single cent that the club spends. So I appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you for being willing to volunteer for the past couple of years.
And I am happy to step in and help wherever is needed. It's a great
Now,
group.
Pat, you heard this. You know how to get a hold of Misty, right? All right. All those in favor of Mary being accepted into the treasurer position, please raise your hands. Great. Ooh, I like the multiple thumbs. Whoever did that. Okay. The next three positions are going to be for the board. Nancy, I'm going to go ahead and start with you.
Hi.
And Nancy, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, a little bit. I've been with the DSO, I'm not quite sure, 10, 12 years or so, and I'm the membership chair, and I enjoy this club and what it represents, and this new position with the board that you've created. I'm excited to um, help bring it along and take DSO into the future.
Great. And Mike, did we decide how they were going to do the staggered? You're muted, so if you're going to try to talk, unmute.
No, I don't think that was determined precisely.
Okay, Nancy, since you're first, um, do you have a preference as to
I
like
do not. I know Barb wants 1 year, so
Right.
2 or 3 is
Yeah.
fine with me. It doesn't matter. Me, Jerry, and I could fight it out.
Jerry? Do you want to?
Three's fine with me.
Okay,
All right.
so Nancy
Thank you.
will be 2 years. All of those in favor for Nancy to have a position on the board, please raise your hand. Great.
Thank you.
All right, Barb, I know I don't. Barb, did you call in? Are you the
I
216?
yes, yes. No, I'm here on the phone.
Okay. Barb, do you want to share just a little bit about yourself as well?
Well, I've been with the DSO since '95, and I've had a lot of different positions. And it's always meant a lot to me, and I've always enjoyed getting people excited about dahlias. And so I'm looking to forward to, being able to serve it in this way.
Awesome. Thanks, Barb, and thank you for agreeing to the 1 year term.
Oh, yeah, that was my requirement.
All right, all those in favor of Barb being appointed to the board, please raise your hand. And Barb, I know you can't see it, but you're in. We'll take you.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Jerry, do you want to round us out and kind of share a little bit about yourself?
Well, let's see. I've been around DSO since about 1990 because of Ron Miner, who got me started with 5 tubers. And I've been president for a few years. I was secretary under Ron and was the editor of Dahlia Digest when it was hard copy way back when. And excited to be working with Nancy and Barb. I think we already have 2 or 3 ideas to share with Pat, and hope that all goes well.
All right. All those in favor of voting Jerry in for 3 years, please raise your hand. Oh, I saw Rob Swaney's hand from the side behind the moon. All right, Jerry, thank you. And
Yeah.
thanks for everybody for stepping up. I think that'll do it. So we have a new leadership in place going forward next year. I'm assuming all of those in your current position, since I haven't heard from you, are planning to continue that position for next year. I know Pat mentioned a few people have already reached out to her to help with the tuber sales. If you have interest in volunteering to help next year, please reach out to Pat. We'll change the email over at the end of the year, and she'll take over that president at Dahlia Society email. Pat, anything else that you have that you might want to talk about volunteer-wise for next year?
Um, I'm thinking about your suggestion about maybe having a vice president, just because it would really come in handy if, everybody's got issues from time to time. So I may consider that and ask somebody to help with the VP role. It's not an elected position, but it might be very helpful.
Great. And one other area that we always need help with is events. So kind of planning or finding speakers for those monthly events. So if you're interested in helping with that, please reach out to Pat as well. The other thing I did want to bring up before we get into the photo contest is the holiday party is coming up in a couple of weeks. Crazy that it is almost December. It is December
13th.
Thanks, 13th. I believe there are 47 people registered for the party when I checked it yesterday. So there are 3 spots left. So if you're interested in coming to the holiday party, it's always a good time. The DSO covers the cost of food. It'll be at Pinstripes, and I'm totally going to space on the name of that, Pinecrest, at Pinecrest. In addition to the food, we do have a raffle, and we have some people that are donating prizes as well. And it's 1 to 4. So I would love to see you. I would love to fill up the last 3 spots. So think about it. If you're free, we'd love to see you there. All right, Sharon, are you ready to do the photo contest? And can everybody see Sharon's screen okay? Yep. And Sharon, you're muted, so if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. And now that I have shared the screen, can I go full screen?
Yep.
Okay. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, once again, we had a very successful photography contest. We had over 35 photographers submit pictures and over 200 pictures. So I was busy. Okay, I'm going to start. We have the different categories, remember, and we did first, second, and third place in each category. And I'm going to start with portrait and congratulate Beth Pennington. And if any of the photographers want to say anything about their picture as I go through, just pipe up. And we had a tie for first place, so there is no second place. And that's Marilyn and Victoria. The one on our Christmas. Somebody want to say something?
I think they were talking to somebody else.
The next category is kids and critters. And there is no third place because we had a tie for second place. And first place.
Yay, Veronica.
These people with kids, they have an unfair advantage, I think, but that's a little sweetie pie. So congratulations, Veronica. Macro, that's the very close-in pictures. Our new treasurer. And Beth Pennington, I think we've heard from her once already, so she's in second place. And the previous treasurer, so managing money and taking good photography goes together, no? Congratulations, Misty. Okay, next we have the garden category. Misty again. And I assume that's your garden in the background, Misty?
It is.
I don't know if you get that. I was shaking my head on the screen. Yes, that's my garden.
That's very cute. Second place was a tie. Todd Emhoff and Coletta took the pictures, and we know these two rogues here. Next category, shows. Bob Leonelli, third place. Oops. I gotta move my hand away from this thing here. There we go. Second place, Pat. And that's in Chicago, correct?
Ah, that's the national show. Yeah, it was awesome.
And another one with a cute kid. Chris, and one whopping big flower there. And this is the enhanced category where you were allowed to do whatever you wanted to the pictures. This is Cynthia Druckenbrode's entry, third place. And Beth Pennington. I thought this one looked like a tapestry in the back. It's shown over here.
That was actually a really easy filter on my phone.
I really like it.
I thought it was really pretty too. Thank you.
And Pat Sabataki.
It took me since 2021 to find this flower. When I saw it at the national show in Worcester, I've tracked it down relentlessly, and last year it wouldn't even grow for me. So I was so pleased to get that this year.
I was just
You had a really nice one at Summit, didn't you?
Yeah, that's where I had it. That's where I showed it. Yeah. It was ready. It was like perfect. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So patience pays. I guess that's the motto or the,
Pat, is this Bonnie's heart?
it is. Heart's Bonnie.
Heart's bonnet. Okay, I was close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alrighty. So, because we had a couple of ties, we have 8 pictures vying for the best in show. And you can see that they each have a number. So you need to pick your favorite. And then Jessica is going to tell you what to do next.
5.
Give me 1 second to build up the poll. Sharon, you're probably going to need to leave that up though so they can see it.
Okay, well, as long as if there's a tie, let me know and I'll vote. Otherwise, it doesn't. Oh, no.
And there's 8 total to choose from, is that right?
Yes, and that was because we had a couple of ties for first place.
Okay.
So how do we,
Give me 1 sec. Please go ahead and make sure you know the number of the photo you want to vote for. Everybody ready? Can you guys see that? Okay,
Yes.
cool. So pick the number of your favorite.
What you vote for?
So Jess, I have a dumb question. So there are 2 questions. There's the vote for your favorite, and then there's the single choice one. That's choice 1 and 2.
Ignore the single choice. That's a mistake. Okay, I think that's it, minus Sharon and I, who neither one of us voted. So it looks like number 6 is the winner. Congrats, Misty.
Thank you, everybody, for voting for my picture.
Yeah, beautiful. What variety is that? Do you
I
remember?
have no idea. It was the unidentified one that was shared with me.
Okay. Well, thank you, like Sharon said, to everyone who submitted photos. I think this is one of my favorite events that we do for the year. It's cool to see everybody's pictures. All right, Sharon, you said you wanted to share one more thing.
Yes, and I have one more thing to say. The galleries will remain on the website, and I will also put this presentation out on the website if you want to go back and, just view it at a little slower pace, or those of you who won can, admire your photos some more. Barb Hoster, are you still on the line?
Yes, I am.
Would you like to tell people about the Botanical Garden wreath? And then I have a picture of the almost completed wreath.
Okay, well, once again, we've participated in the Cleveland Botanicals show. Its main title is Frost. And our subject this year was we were to show something seasonal. This is for all the affiliate clubs that participate either by decorating a tree or a wreath. And again, we had to show something seasonal and the change of the seasons with it. So that's keeping with the frost that, you know, we go through this whole growing season and then frost comes and boom, it's an end. So Sharon and Sharon can make the most incredible tubers ever. They may not grow, but she can make tubers. And we decorated our wreath. Our title was Circle of Life Dahlias. We've got tubers, we have buds, we have full blooms, and we even go back then to a frostbitten little flower at the end. And so the show starts, I think it's this next weekend, and it goes to January 4th. There is a charge whether you are a member or not. If you are a member, it's a discounted rate, and they are requesting that everybody registers for a time slot before. I don't know why. I don't know how they're going to enforce that, but that is not our problem. But if you get a chance, go and see it.
Barb and Sharon, are those real dahlias or are they artificial?
They're artificial. Yeah, I had to go with silk. I tried several different types of flowers. I tried a crocheted flower. I tried a Dresden plate quilted kind of flower, and the bottom line was the silk just did it. And the dried ones, I had a lot of dried ones, but they weren't pulling a punch like the silk ones. And they also looked little bit too much frostbitten. So we had to get something that looked more vibrant. And I also want to thank Sharon because she always, you know, she comes up with some incredible ideas.
I love it. I thought they were real.
No,
And Barb was a little
those are
worried.
silk.
Barb was a little worried about putting real tubers on the wreath in case, you know, not very often do they rot or do something, but we didn't want to be the people that brought the rotted tubers to the show. So those are paper mache tubers.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Sharon, in the end, I did label them all with names and sizes and their color. You may not be able to see it from, you know, just walking down, but, you know, as being a dahlia member and growing dahlias, you cannot have an unnamed tuber. It's just, you just can't.
And I don't think it's showing up very well, but there is also some shovels down here, which hopefully they'll be able to see a little bit better in person. But, and Barb does most of the work, just to be clear on that, but it turned out really cute.
Cool. Great. Well, that is all I had for the regular agenda. I thought I'd open it up to see if anybody had any last minute questions on tuber storage or anything that you want to share.
Has anybody experimented with leaving tubers in the ground and covering them with compost or something?
Pat did. Pat, are you still on?
Pat Spacuzza?
Yeah.
I saw him there eating dinner there, maybe.
Yes,
I know, I texted him.
I got home late. Sorry.
I was
You
like,
look good.
I texted him. that-
Noodles, yeah, good stuff.
I texted Pat. I was like, I can see right up your nose. And then he went off camera.
What's the question?
Didn't you leave tubers in the ground last year?
Yeah,
How'd that work out, Bob?
not well.
Did you try to cover them or? bury
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, so I attempted this because 2 years prior, I left a barren Aunt Dorothy actually in the ground by mistake. I know Ron would be like horrified by that thought. And it made it though. and it made it pretty well. So then I'm like, I think I'm going to just leave. I left about 5 in on purpose then the following year, and they all made it. And so then I'm like, what? Maybe this is, maybe I'm onto something. Now, if you think back though, those 2 winners weren't that bad, right? Well, this past winter, previous to today, I decided, all right, I'm gonna leave about 25 in now. And frankly, I lost 20 of them, at least 20. So we had a really bad winter, and they just didn't make it. I did the same exact stuff I did the 2 seasons before, where I put extra mulch down. I put a ton of leaf down. I didn't cover it with a tarp, which I've read some people have tried, and that's probably a better option. But I had about a foot of mulch and leaf on top. So it was a good test, and it didn't work out. So there you go.
So when it did work out, was your plan to dig them up in the spring and then divide them, or just let the whole plant?
No, I was going to just let them go, be a little bit more bushy, and yeah, so.
We gave a tuber to some friends about 11 years ago. And I told her, I said, you got to dig these up. And she didn't. And it was up by the house near a concrete patio, and the house was brick. And it lasted for 10 years. She finally lost it last winter.
Yeah.
But I think the warmth of being by the brick patio up against a brick house.
Yeah, probably helped. Yeah. Yeah, last year was just really a kind of a normal winter going back to the old days, right? So, yeah, I don't recommend it. Unless you can predict a warm winter.
I don't think your leaves were thick enough.
You don't? Do you
No.
think if I would have went stronger, it would have made it?
Very possible. I would say, well, when you think about frost depth up here, you're talking 3 feet now. We haven't hadn't had to do that for several years, but when you put pipe underground, plumbing and blah, blah, they're down 3 feet. So if you get, I would say you'd have to have at least 2 feet. Actually, I buried potted tubers, potted plants, roots, and just buried the pots. And I put them in a pile of leaves that I gather in the fall at 2.5 to 3 feet deep. And they last year they made it through with flying colors, other than some of the pots got too wet because I didn't put a tarp over them. But I buried them again this year.
So the key is being able to, you buried them though, versus putting like 2 feet of mulch on top.
Well, I buried the pots. The pots were on top of the ground. And then I piled leaves 2.5 to 3 feet deep.
I wish I had that much leaf. That's a dilemma if you don't have enough compost. But yeah, you're giving me, I should try it again. Just maybe not as many, put more leaf then on.
I would tarp it too, Pat.
Yeah.
I had some that made it. They were accidents. I just didn't dig them because I didn't want them, but they came up through with the hard winter. But I had a couple feet of horse manure on top of there and tarped it. And that manure does generate a little bit of heat. So that may be another trick too, but they came up. So I still didn't want them though. I dug them up afterwards, but they did make it through the winter.
They get too wet. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
That's why I think if you tarp it as well, Pat, you might have a better look. Just keeping that area dry. There was also somebody who emailed, I don't see them on the call, but they had asked, they had she referred to it as like maybe an open porch, but she was curious to know if anybody put their tubers under the porch. It would still be exposed kind of to the elements versus an unheated garage is what she did last year. Thoughts on that? Has anybody tried that? No. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I just told her that if it got cold enough to freeze, it would probably also freeze the tubers.
Very risky.
Yep. Other questions anybody has? No, I feel like I'm going back to my teaching days. Right. That's my class.
Well, let me make a comment.
Sure.
The last few years under your presidency, you've grown our society. You brought us into the electronic age of digital. So thank you very much for all your effort and coordinated effort. And, you know, it's not easy to push some of us forward. So thank you.
Well, not a problem, Bob. I honestly, without the support of everybody on the DSO and your willingness to embrace change, it has made it a real pleasure to have been your president the past few years. And I'm thankful of all the friends that I've made and the skills that you have taught me, where I'm now to the point where I feel like I could confidently grow dahlias. And, you know, I think back to Tammy and Pat, we all joined around the same time. So being able to kind of grow with you guys and the three of us kind of learn together has been a real privilege and a treat. So I thank you guys for your friendship as well. It'll be sad, but I'm not going to, like, you know how to get a hold of me. And I'll still sign up to be part of the DSO. So hopefully I can catch your Zoom meetings if you have them. So, guys, well, that's all I had for the agenda for tonight. I love seeing so many people on a Zoom meeting in November. This is kind of rare for us. We might, Pat, think about Thursdays next year.
Yeah, I think it's a real possibility. I mean, Friday, it seems like a lot of people have commitments with, you know, kids and sports and all kinds of things on Friday nights. So we'll take a poll and maybe we can try a couple Thursdays and see how it works.
Great. Well, other than that, I think I will see most of you in a couple weeks at the holiday party. So that can be our last hurrah before the holidays set in. All right, guys. Thanks. It was good seeing you all.
Okay, Jess, good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.